Okay, so to finish up PCS week, yes, that's what I'm calling it, we're gonna talk about why you need a lender who's gonna give you a full loan commitment and why you need a lender that can close fast, okay? Here's the thing. A lot of times people are like, well, you know, we want to get the house 30 days before we get there. Great, that's wonderful. And in many cases, it works out that way. In other cases, it works where you haven't found the house yet, you're already there, you're living in a hotel with 3 dogs, you know, your spouse, 2 children, and you're about to lose your mind because that house that you've been looking for 60 days hasn't shown up. And let me be blunt, guys, I am filming this in December of 2021. There is not a lot of inventory right now. And in January traditionally in the industry is not known to be a month of a lot of inventory. Generally, we start to see inventory in the market again, and this is across the country, the 2nd week of February. Okay, so you very well may need to report before, you know, you have the ability to close on a house. So why do you need a lender that can close quick? For 2 reasons. Number 1, if you find a house 20 days before you're supposed to get there, do you want to be messing around with a lender that's like, well, it's VA, so we're gonna have to, you know, it takes 45 to 60 days. No, it doesn't. 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 Sing with me. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. No. So here's the thing, guys. One of those big VA myths that I love to dispel is that VA loans take 45 to 60 days to close. Absolutely not. I think every single loan should close under 30 days with VA, really under 20 days, especially February and March, it should be under 20 days. Number 1, the only thing that ever really, okay, so let me rephrase this. If you're buying a house with 2 wells and it's rural and it has a septic, okay, 30 days close. Okay, if you're buying a house in a neighborhood and it doesn't have a well and it doesn't have septic, there's no reason in February and March you shouldn't be able to close in 20 days. Here's why. Number 1, it is the slower time of the year. So appraisers are not going to be crazy booked like they are, you know, really May, June, July, August. Those are like, whoo, months, okay? So we always place the order for the appraisal day 1. Okay, that's what my team does. You give us your contract, the first thing that happens is Maria or Chadwick orders that appraisal. We don't even wait until we get fees from title. We don't wait till we disclose. We order that appraisal. And the reason we order that appraisal is because the sooner we get the order to VA, okay, because here's the thing, regardless of what lender you're working with or talking to, we all order the appraisal through the VA portal. Okay, so we're gonna order that day 1. We're not gonna be like, I need your credit card and I need you to agree to this rate first. Absolutely not. We're gonna order the appraisal. And something important for you guys to know about VA is that let's say you start working with Joe Schmo lender and he orders the appraisal and then you realize that he's totally ripping you off because you talked to us or something, you can still switch. With VA appraisals, the lender doesn't own it. You do and VA does. So if you decide the first lender, oh my God, they're charging me a 1% origination fee or some other nonsense and you want to switch, we can get that appraisal transferred to us real quick. So I'm always like, you know what, I'm going to order it day 1. If for any reason I don't win the client's business ultimately, then they can just transfer it. But we've at least gotten that order in, we've at least started the process so that you guys can close fast and on time, hopefully early, okay? So number 1, guys, work with a lender that has the ability to move fast. And what's always interesting to me is because, I mean, if you guys watch my channel, you guys know I do a ton of VA, and Alyssa and myself and my team, we talk to military all day long, really. Like, we'll answer any of your questions. There's a link to my calendar, anything. Even if you guys are thinking of buying in 4 years and you have a question, just call me. Like, I'm super relaxed about it. You can pretty much throw anything at me and I'll answer. Anyways, so we're always talking to people and we're talking about this stuff because they'll be like, yeah, you know, I'm in contract, but the lender says I can't close until 45 days. Like, is that normal? Could you guys do better? It's always the same lender. It's like always the same 2 lenders and they don't even have competitive rates. They're not providing great service. It's basically one of those call center situations where the company always gets your business because they've been marketing to you guys since you joined the military. You know, I feel like it almost comes with like I don't think this is true, but I think it comes with like a military backpack and they're like in there as like your best friend from day one, but that's not what's happening. Like they don't have competitive rates. They're not breaking their back to close fast because they know that you're kind of a captive audience. So you want to make sure you're not rewarding lenders who are saying it's going to take 45 days with your business, because there's zero reason it should take that long. Zero. The only reason it would ever take that long is if a company was too cheap to hire good staff or enough staff. Sorry, I'm blunt. Okay, the other thing is I do think you should have a loan commitment when you're shopping. And the reason I think you should have that is because it does help you move faster. So if the lender's already taken the time to fully underwrite you, then literally all we need is the appraisal and the title work to close. And if you're sitting in a hotel, with 2 dogs and 2 screaming kids, you are not gonna be super stoked if you're working with a lender where they're telling you it's gonna be 30 to 45 days. If you're working with a lender where you're already fully underwritten and they say, hey, let's go, we just need the appraisal, title work will get you out of that hotel, that's gonna be a better experience for you, 100%. So it's really important that you guys know, and I covered this in the prior video about, people who say, oh, I'm a PCS professional, I'm a this, it's marketing. I said that. I can literally set up a website that's like PCSqueen.com. Someone will take that. Guys, buy the domain, like do it. It doesn't mean it. So key things. Is the lender gonna give you a loan commitment? How quick can they close? Because it's gonna come down to the minute on how quick they can close. You wanna make sure you've got the best shot at it, and the lender is so critical to that. Now, could you still get screwed by an appraiser? Totally. If an appraiser gets a sign that's slower than molasses, could that make it so you could close under 20 days? It's gonna be tougher. But is the VA actively involved in making appraisers move at a good pace to help you guys get into houses? Yeah. I have to say, like the last 2 years, we've talked to VA a decent amount, like a good solid amount, because there's been, with how quickly the market's been moving up, there's been a lot of appraisal issues. So we've had to talk to them about like, hey, this appraiser or that. And realistically, is it worse than conventional? Absolutely not. So I don't want you guys to think that. But what I'm saying is we interact with them a lot. And the one consistent thing that I see is they actually really want to get you guys in houses. Like they don't tolerate bullshit. They're like, get it done. And I love that. So top tips for PCSing, as always, licensed in 48 states, happy to answer your questions. Leave a comment here, book a time on my calendar, call me on my cell phone. It's totally public, guys. I never shy away from any of you. So look forward to hearing from you. Hope this was helpful.